So as you can see, the small... Hey guys, so today I'll be giving you an honest review of my hair transplant journey. So it's been 3 months and here's the results. So as you can see, the small baby hairs are where I did my hair transplant. It looks even longer here. Yeah, otherwise my focus were on these two areas of my head. So to introduce myself, my name is Warren. So roughly around 3 months ago, I had or decided to go for a hair transplant surgery. And today I'll be sharing you my progress, my experience, and typically what you can expect if you want to go for a transplant. So let me show you the before and after, right? So here's the before, the top of my head and the front part of my head. Then here is the after. As you can see, the top part of my head and the front part of my head, which is typically, I took the photo today. So I did roughly about 2,400 grafts, which was suggested and calculated by the doctor. And basically what the doctor did was, there's some form of calculations where they measure the back of my head after they shave my head, and they drew like an outline, and then from there he calculated the quality of my hair grafts and roughly how many grafts I can take. And some of the things that you need to take note is that I went for, I would say, the most latest technique, which is called the DHI micrograph technique. Showing my photo here, so this is what it looked like the day after I had my surgery. So as you can see, there's a lot of like black dots. So basically that's where all the transplanted hairs went to. And then of course, this is another view of it from the top view. Then as you can see from the back of my head, it looks really red, right? Because that is where they actually took out my hair, which, you know, they transplanted to the front of my head. The first couple of days, I would say day 1 to 3, the advice from the doctor was I had to wear a headband around my head to make sure that the swelling doesn't go down, and also to sleep upright in a 45-degree angle. However, you know, I got a bit restless on the second day because it wasn't the most comfortable sleeping 45 degrees wearing a neck pillow. So I decided to give it a shot and sleep on the right side of my eye bed, taking caution that, you know, to not touch the hair transplanted area. And this was what happened to my face, as you can see in the photo. The right side of my face, or was it the left side of my face, got swollen because I was sleeping there overnight. So just take precaution that, hey, first 1 to 3 days, just try and sleep in a sitting position if possible, or at least a 45-degree position, to not let swelling come down to your face as much as possible. Another question that people tend to ask is, did I even go out? So the recovery days takes about 14 days. So doctors suggest that, hey, as much as you can go out actually, even after the surgery, it's advisable not to, because you want to avoid sweating as much as possible. But then they do give me a headband, as you can see in this photo. So this was what I wore if I had to go out. If, you know, I needed to buy food, I needed to buy dinner. So basically I just wore this, I went out. It didn't really bother me too much about how I looked because I was mentally prepared already. So I knew this was what I was getting myself into. This is what I have to do and go through, you know, if I do want to go out, which was fine for me. So in this photo, I was about 7 days post-op, so about a week. So as you can see that my face swelling has went down. I could remove the headband. But as you can see, yes, the top part of my head, there's still the black dots, which eventually turns into scabs, which it will eventually fall off as well when you take a shower. And you can see for the back of my head, well, it's pretty much not as red anymore. The hair has started to grow back out. Most of the scabs have fallen, you know, during my hair washes, which is guided by the steps that the doctor have given me. So in this next photo, it's roughly about a month in. So as you can see here, all the black scabs has fallen off, all of the baby hair, well, it all looks like baby hair. And the back of my head, the hair is continuously growing. So overall, it's looking good. I'm very happy about it. It's not itchy. It does not really hurt. If you guys actually research about the progress of hair transplant, so there's a part where there's a shedding phase, there's a shock loss phase, right? So where it makes your hair look not that nice. So as you can see in this photo here, this is what it actually looked like. As you can see, the front part is still a bit red from the surgery. It's not painful, it's not itchy at all, but as you can see, the hair flakes, some parts are a bit bald as compared to initially post-op in the few photos. So as you can see, some hairs tend to fall off, but that's natural, is what the doctor suggests. So one good thing here is because I didn't need to shave my head bald. So the hair that I had on my head I used it to cover it. So naturally when I went out, it wasn't that obvious. People weren't really paying attention to it, and people didn't mention anything about it. So now is where I can showcase to you how it looks right now. So let me face the light. So you can see it is growing pretty well, right? It's not as red anymore. It's growing fine, and even at the top of my head, as you can see, it's not as bald or bare anymore. So I can't complain. It was a really good decision. I'm still looking forward to seeing how it would look like in another 6 to 9 months, because the timeline that the doctor told me it would take to fully grow out is 1 year. So I'm only 3 months in. So I will give you guys another update in 3 months to showcase how much further my hair has grown, any differences, etc. But please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned, because I'm giving you an honest review of my hair transplant journey.